Namaste. Welcome to our yin yoga class. Our theme for our class is decompress. So decompressing our whole body, mind and physical body. Decompress, it means to find calm, to relax. So we're going to find that right now in easy pose, turning your palms up towards the sky. So when you sit in easy pose, find if it's okay for your knees. You can sit on a chair if it doesn't work for your knees when you're cross-legged. So turning your palms up towards the sky, bringing your thumb towards your middle finger, just finding that center. And now we breathe. So at first you may want to breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth to help release adrenaline. So finding what's going to work for you, even closing your eyes. Then you may come to that inhale, exhale breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Decompress. We're reducing pressure, relieving pressure. Opening up our eyes. You may open up your hands. And then from easy pose, we take our legs forward. So take those legs forward. Remove the fleshy part from your bottom. So you're on your sits bones. And then give those legs a little shake, shake, shake out. And then one more time. And a release. Bending through those knees. Taking your right leg behind here now. Coming into deer pose. And this is with our pelvic tilt. So usually the hip flexors that run into the back, it's for that lower back. So we're going to have that pelvic tilt and let our spine start to release. Pelvic tilt, add a twist towards the left side. Now, here, if this works for you, you can continue to be upright, or you can come over to the side of the body and let the body release down into the ground. And I do have a pillow handy, so if you have a pillow handy, just setting yourself up right now. You may come back to those eyes being closed, feeling your shoulders heavy. Continue to have the pelvic tilt. Coming out of deer pose, go to the twist, and then into the other side. Now, if any of your joints are saying hello, 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 in a way that may not feel the best, of course, change positions. You don't have to make it any harder on yourself. Remember, the focus is on decompression, so we want to feel relief. So into our other side, pelvic tilt. Now add the twist towards our right side. Your shoulders feel heavy once more. And then if it works for you, and if you want to do it, you can add that forward fold. maybe like to have your chin tipping if you are upright. And coming out of deer pose. So if you had that forward bend, you can come up and come out of the twist. And now taking both of those legs forward. And we give them a shake, shake, shake out of on the ground again. And release one more time. Very good. Now into another twist. This is our upright twist. And we take our right leg, cross it over top of the left leg. Right hand comes down. We sit up tall. Now, a couple options. You can place your left hand onto the outside of the right knee. Or when you sit up nice and tall, reach up towards the sky and then place your left elbow onto the outside of the right knee and then sit up tall. And now, choosing what's going to work for you. And now we add a deeper twist. So from the lumbar spine, thoracic, and then to the cervical spine, we twist, we look over our right shoulder. We feel our shoulders soften away from the ears. Coming into our breath. I talked a little bit about it here at the beginning of our class and now. When we come into the breath, I want you to really notice and let your breath help you to release into tight areas, soften. So let's breathe into areas of tightness, and then the exhale breath to soften. Coming out of the twist, we gently turn back and take the right leg forward and crossing the left leg, then over top. And now again, what would you like to do for your hands? You could have your hand onto the outside of the left knee. And now I'm showing you around, it's fine here. So we're going to pull our upper body up nice and tall. You may also have a deeper twist by placing your right elbow onto the outside of the left knee. And again, sitting up and twist lumbar, thoracic, cervical. And breathe. Notice how you're able to really help your body to release, decompress with the exhale breath. With our exhale breath, come out of the twist. Come back to legs straight ahead. For our third time, we give those legs a shake, shake, shake out. Release. Shake, shake, shake. And out. Okay. Into butterfly pose. We put pillows underneath of our knees. Remember, you can have pillows as high as need be. So I have one pillow on each side, and they're pretty firm pillows, so they're pretty good support, but maybe sometimes you need to have two. And we sit up nice and tall. And our breath again with an inhale and exhale. Soften. Just hold here first. Inhale breath. Exhale breath. We add our fold forward, coming up and over. Imagine you're coming up and over a ball. The arms may come in front. Your head hangs. Time you can readjust and then let your body soften a little bit more and back into the stillness. Bring out of our forward fold. Gently we lift. Take your hands behind and legs forward. Stretch those legs out and we shake. And soften. One more time. And just give them a shake, shake, shake out. And soften. Place your pillows just over to the side here. Bending one knee and then the other knee to the side. Rolling over to the side of the body. And our head just rests onto the arm. Take your top arm up overhead and just let it hang just overhead. We're getting into armpit. That hand can just come down towards the floor if that works for you. This may be a big opening. Just taking notice where you're at yourself. Extend your arm overhead too. So instead of having the elbow bent as much, so this is a nice version of a side bend. We're not worrying about having to hold our arm overhead, just letting gravity let your arm rest. You may want to close your eyes. You may want to tip your nose down towards the ground. Coming up gently, taking that top arm and just taking it back. Now, pushing your body up. So if we did do that pose with our side bend, it would be upright, and then just bringing the arm over. You may do that if you like, or lying down again onto the side of the body. And now here, our head rests. And our arm comes up and over. And I had my elbow bent more at a 90-degree angle at first. You could bring your arm up overhead. Remember, you can tip that nose down. And coming out. Just taking that arm back gently. And we push back. A little scooch back. And if you had your legs crossed one way for easy pose, crossing your legs opposite way, you could also come into butterfly if easy pose doesn't work for you. You could also sit on a chair. Now with the inhale breath, we sit up nice and tall. And the exhale breath, we're twisting towards the left side first. So another twist. And we twist towards the left side. Placing your right hand onto the outside of the left knee, and you can just gently pull yourself. Our exhale breath is going to take us back. And twisting towards the other side. So with the inhale breath, sitting up, and the exhale breath, twisting. We've had lots of twists, compressions. It's like we're massaging our organs, internal organs, with our compressions, getting them working to help move things that we don't need out of our body. And those twists, the same idea, bringing out the toxins. Coming out of the twist with the exhale breath. Back to center. For our next pose, we make our way to Sphinx. So side of the body and then lying on the front of your body in prone with your elbows underneath of the shoulders. Spread your fingers out in front. And so we're going to have some more support here. You can grip your mat with your finger pads to take pressure off the wrist. You found that. Right now, lift up your chest. So our shoulders drawing away from the ears. Imagine there are ice cubes underneath of your belly button. And lift, uncurl the tongue. Now with our head, we want to let our neck muscles release. You know, the head hang. And when we release our neck muscles. You may feel more of an elongation into the cervical spine. Without letting go of the lift that we have in our upper body, you can let the head hang. Notice if you start to hang on again with your neck muscles, and continue to consciously tell yourself to let it go. Slowly start to lift your head. Nice gentle rise. And then into crocodile pose. We're gonna let the upper body rest. Bring arms forward. And this is a big opening maybe for your shoulders. So if it doesn't work with bringing your arms forward, you can have your arms down by the side of the body and in Shavasana on the front of your body. You can let the forehead rest on your hand. If you were in Shavasana, then you're letting your cheek rest onto the ground. Now here's a really nice grounding pose where we're able to connect to the earth. We feel ourselves heavy, being able to release everything into the earth that does not serve us. And coming out now of crocodile. And I am so curious to know how you're starting to feel in that pose, because that pose is always so wonderful to start to just let your physical body and let your mind start to go. Release, gentle. Okay. Oh, now, and for your knees, if you wanted to ever roll up for that, you can do that for a little softness there. Now, neutral spine, so natural S curve of your spine. We make our way into cow. So always with the tailbone that we move, draw your navel in, and then tailbone comes up, and we breathe in, inhaling, and then exhale to cat. Inhale to cow, so our lovely flowing movement. Nice mobility through our spine. Do one more cycle of breath. Inhaling with our cow and exhaling with cat. And then make your way back to a neutral spine. From our cow, melting heart. So we have a big step forward with the right hand, big step forward with the left hand, forearms coming down. Now those hips right over top of the knees. We can let our forehead rest. Coming out of melting hearts. You may come back to all fours. And maybe you want to do a little shift through the hips. And now sitting onto the side of the body. And we're going to give those wrists a rest. Caterpillar next pose. Taking the legs forward. If you wanted your hips higher than the knees to help release pressure into the lower back, you can do that. You can also line your back and come into cradle with your knees in towards the chest. Or one of my favorite poses that we're opening up through our legs, and then you can sit forward like this if you're on a chair. So you're joining me for the actual caterpillar. And now here, always good to have a little support. So you can place your cushions, you can have the bolster, on top. And with an inhale breath, you can come up and over top of your supports. Gonna get into those hamstrings. Helping to release those hamstrings from our hips. Use your breath again. So we're going to inhale, open up, and exhale, letting those hamstrings and the lower back start to release. Are you able to rest your forehead? So it may be onto your supports. It could be onto your supports of your palms. Slowly make your way out. Caterpillar. And release. Drops over to the side. Bending through the knees. And rolling over to the side and then to back. Okay, on our back, just let your back soften with your knees bent. With having our knees bent, it's going to help to let your back soften a little bit more. Take pressure off the back if you found that your back is really tight. Now we take one knee and then the other knee in towards the chest. We have cradle. We take the legs up for legs up the wall. And we're going to hold legs up the wall. Take your arms by the side of the body with your palms down. Let's point and flex the feet at first. And pushing the heels up towards the sky. And now let the feet be natural. Close your eyes. Slowly bend through the legs. Take your knees back into the chest. And now back to the cradle. You feel differently with your legs. Do they feel lighter? Now take our right foot down, floating, and we float the left foot down towards the ground. Take your right arm overhead, roll over to your right side to fetal. Take a moment. And then come up. I'd like us to, I'm going to set us up for the next pose, which is reclined butterfly. If you wanted to use your bolster or pillows to support your spine, you can. I'm just going to show you what that's going to look like first. So I'm going to tuck my hips right in towards my bolster. I'll have my pillow on one side, pillow on the other, and then roll over to my back. Now remember, you do not have to have that support for your spine if you don't want to. And I'm just going to show you another something too. So with reclined butterfly, bottom of the feet together. Now, of course, you can double up your pillows and then that's going to be a little bit more support. Okay. I could also have a blanket underneath of my head or just a little bit more of an incline. And I have shown a block before too, so that you're lifting up. So just finding where it's going to work for you if you do use a little bit more support underneath of your spine. And then here you can open up through the chest a little bit more. I know you want to do that. So, and you notice throughout our class, we have been working through our shoulders. So here, that nice big opening into our shoulders, into our pelvis, definitely areas that need to be decompressed to release, to relax. All of our forward movements, being on a computer or coming forward in our jobs, the overuse of our shoulders definitely, or the rounding of our back is there. So let's open and breathe. If you do have a few props underneath of your spine, so you can have that more of the lift and then the opening, a deeper opening into the front of your body, you may notice that your breath changes. So it's easier for you to breathe, or that you feel like that you can take more oxygen in. Sadly, this pose is coming to an end. However, there'll be a few more poses we'll be able to enjoy. So now, coming out of our reclined butterfly pose, gently bring your legs back, and then you can roll over to the side of the body and then make your way up. Okay, take those props over to the side. Rolling onto our back. And into figure four pose. Crossing your right ankle over top of the left knee. So this is like a reclined swan pose. You may wrap your hands around the left leg, just drawing that foot off the floor. And you may let the left foot dangle. So let the leg dangle. We once again close our eyes, and we're going to breathe into the inhale breath into our right side, and the exhale breath soft. And out of figure four, take the left foot back down and unpressing that foot. Other side, cross your left ankle over the right knee, wrap your hands around the right leg. Of course, you can leave your foot down too. Now the right foot can dangle. You draw in and breathing into the left hip. Exhale, soften. You can float the foot back down and uncross the ankle. Take the right knee, left knee in towards your chest to cradle, and then to stirrup pose, happy baby, turning the knees out to your armpits. You can hold underneath the armpits, outside of the knees, ankles, or outside of the feet. Big toes could be held with your peace fingers. Now, let's kind of rock side, just by adding a rock, and then center and hold. Feel your pelvis soften a little bit more. We use our exhale breath to help those hips, to help them soften. Out of happy baby. Draw the knees back towards the center. And we take our legs up and point and flex for legs up the wall. The knees in towards the chest. And for our final pose, Shavasana, or a pentacle, you may lie on your back. You could have your knees bent or the legs straight. At this time, you may want to also put a blanket on top of your body so you can be nice and warm and cozy. And then also having that blanket, it may help your body just to soften a little bit more because that pressure. So what would you like to do? Be on the side of your body too. Or in a comfortable seated pose. And now once you're finding the pose that's going to work for you right now, nice and warm, we close our eyes. And soften. We come to a natural breath. With our lips parted, it will help our facial muscles to soften. everything go out through our fingers, out through our toes that does not serve us. I will call you back when it is time. Slowly starting to come back. We notice any sounds around us. Your breath, the surface that you are on. And taking a nice big inhale breath, drawing that breath in from your lower part, upper part of your body. And then exhale, releasing everything out through our fingers, through our toes, through our head that does not serve us. Now, if you're lying on your back, then one knee, and then the other knee, and then taking your right arm overhead, rolling over to your right side to feet up. And then coming up to a comfortable position for yourself. Here we place our hands to our heart center. Just feeling more of a lightness in your whole self. Thank you very much for joining me, sharing your practice. Namaste.